Wisconsin's Afternoon News, News Radio 620 WTMJ. I've been waiting for this book to come out. There's a stunning, gorgeous new book out. It's Inside the High Life. It is a history of Miller with vintage photographs. Paul Bialas is the author. Paul's with us in the studio. Hey, Paul, good to have you back.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
This book is incredible.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, the access you had, the pictures you took, the vintage stuff. This is gorgeous. How long did this take you to get this rolling?
You know, to get it rolling went pretty quick once Dr. David Ryder from Miller came to a book signing for Schlitz, and we talked about this idea. And I said, wow, it'd be a dream to do a Miller book. And it went pretty quick to get the access, but then 2 years to do the book. I took probably 25,000 pictures of every corner of that brewery. They gave me nearly unlimited access, and I'm able to share that. You think about hundreds of thousands of people taking the tour there at Miller, and now they want to see how beer's brewed, and that's what the book does.
How much beer did you have to drink as part of your research?
What a trial.
Yes, you know. I'll tell you, I started drinking a lot more High Life because you learn the history about 1903. That's their brand, and how important that is to Miller. And it was, so yeah, I've had quite a few High Lifes in the past couple of years here.
I flipped this open to one of these pages, and this looks like uncut sheets of what goes on the bottles of beer. What is this?
Yeah, you know, I was really trying to push the limits with this book, with the quality, and I thought, why don't we put in uncut sheets of beer labels, full pages in the book, so that people have a collector's item with it. So you get an uncut sheet of High Life and light labels, you know, besides having the CD built into the back of the book. Yeah. It's very heavy duty. It weighs almost 4 pounds.
It's a real deal.
Were there rooms that you were in that they're like, oh, we haven't been in here in years either, like that they didn't even know about?
Yes, I highly believe that very few people at the brewery, if anybody, have seen every aspect of what's in this book, because it is every corner, and there were some areas we had opened up to look inside the container, and they said, you know, we never open that, but we will for you to see this process. So it's in there, and so to see it all put together, I would say very few people on the planet have seen all that.
You must have come across some amazing stories as you talked to guys who worked in the brewery back in the day. Did you hear just really cool, ridiculous stuff? Yeah,
and I got to include it on the CD in the back of the book, and I'll just share a couple quick things. But they talk about a day where, you know, Miller's different here because it was built in 1855. There's a road going through the brewery. A lot of breweries don't have that. So one day when they're piping the beer under the street, foam ended up coming up through the sewer system. Foam filled State Street. They talk about the day foam filled the street. Of course, they talk about being able to drink on the breaks back then, but also beer in the bubblers. And then because the water lines would clear out the beer lines, and if you didn't shut off the water line, the beer pressure would push back up.
You know, it's more than just a company. It's really a part of the history and the culture. Did you feel that as you talked to people and as you went through the archival stuff to put the book together? Yeah,
there's a theme, I think, that flows down from Frederick Miller in 1855. It's the quality of brewing. The employees now have a lot of pride about what they're doing here in Milwaukee. Milwaukee being a brewing city, it still is because of Miller. When you go through the archives of the historical things, I had full access to every archival photo they have. I took the coolest ones and put them in the book so that everybody can see this rich history in Milwaukee, you know, besides my pictures of the current day going through the brewing process.
It's a great combination. The book is stunning. Author Paul Bialas is with us.
Is that book around somewhere? Can we find
it? You know, it is just getting stocked right now. So my website, brewerybooks.com, so brewerybooks.com is one place you can get it for sure. I'm told the local bookstores are just getting it. Books and Company in Oconomowoc has it. And, of course, at the Miller Brewery, their gift shop, the Girl in the Moon shop, has plenty in stock. So that's a great place to go. October 2nd, I'm doing a book signing there at night, and everybody gets a couple beers. So it's going to be a lot of fun if you want to come hear about the book. This month is their 160th anniversary. So Miller has a lot going on, and the book is part of that.
What a great gift. Seriously, for anybody. You know, for anybody.
Hey, you've gotten to know some of the executives, and I'm kind of going to hit you with a news question, I guess. Do you have an opinion or a feeling about what could happen if this merger ever went through? I think people kind of worry that things could change for this great Milwaukee company.
Yeah, it sounds like for Milwaukee things likely will not change. But the official word from Miller was that it's just speculation at this point, the whole merger idea of a buyout. But a brewery did close nationwide with Miller, and it was not in our town. So our town, the volume should go up.
I'm just waiting for you to go to Denver, maybe take pictures of the Coors Brewery next.
That is the next book, and next year,
breaking news.
We'll be able to start that. But it's, it's in the infancy stages. But it would be an honor to do, another brewery like that. But Miller being local is, more endear to my heart than the Coors would be. But I'm very excited to have the opportunity to do a third book, because the first book on Pabst in 2012, then Schlitz. There's never been a publisher. It's just been kind of me on my own working on these and hoping the bookstores would take them, and I've been blessed that they have, and it's been a small hit, and people really enjoy that history. If you like art, if you like photography, if you love beer and brewing and you love Milwaukee, then this is a book you should have on your coffee table.
I agree with that 1,000%. I'm a book guy, and this is about the most gorgeous thing that I have ever seen. Paul Bialas is the author. So quickly, what's the website if people want to get hold of the book?
brewerybooks.com. So brewerybooks.com. And that's my website. The Pabst Schlitz books are on there as well if you want to tour those abandoned buildings. That's what the books cover, the rich history there with Captain Pabst. But more importantly, right now, the Miller book, and it just looks gorgeous, and the emails are coming in right now, people that have it, and the quality, they're saying it's the best quality book they've ever seen. So that says a lot.
I was going to say, you earned it, man. It looks wonderful.
Hey, Paul, thank you very much. We'll continue to update people when the book becomes available other places as well. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much, guys.
The crew wrap up a 3-game road trip in Chicago today before heading to St. Louis. It's game 3. Brewers and Cubs tonight. Our pregame coverage starts at 6:30 today.
Excellent.
It must have been so fun to go through those archives and look at all those old photos.
And overwhelming.
Oh, yeah.
And overwhelming.
Which ones do you pick?
You want to leave no stone unturned.